ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवते सेवेया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। श्रीगुरुलीनतारि चित्तदर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्नि निर्वापणं। श्रेयः कैरव चन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम्। नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पितनियमित स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्नमापि दुर्दैवं ईदृशं इहाजने नानुरागः। तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरुरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिन मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि। न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितं वा जगदीश कामहे। मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्तिरेतु की त्वयि। हे नन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ। कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्थितधूळि सदृशं विचिन्तये। नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुद्धया गिरा। पुलकर्णचित्तं वपुः कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति। युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रावृषायितं शून्याहितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां पिनस्तु मामदर्शनान्मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु सैव न परः मत्प्राणनाथस्तु सैव न परः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees. Today's class will be in English, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, 9th chapter, text number 7. Nishamya tat vaktra ditrikshaya disho vilokya तत्रान्यद् अपाश्यमानः स्वधिष्णयम् आस्थाय विमृशय तद् धीतं तपस्य उपादिष्ट इवादधे नमः। Anuvad, translation, word to word meaning. Nishamya, after hearing that Vaktra, the speaker, Didrikshaya, just to find out who spoke, Dishaha, all sides, Vilokya, seeing, Tatra, there, Anyat, any other, Apashyamanaha, not to be found. Swadhishnam yam, on his lotus seat. Asthaya, sit down. Vimrishaya. Vimrishaya, thinking that it hitam will fare, tapasi in penance, upadishtaha, as he was instructed, eva in pursuance of, adhade gave, manaha attention. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. When he heard the sound, he tried to find the speaker, searching on all sides. But when he was unable to find anyone besides himself, he thought it wise to sit down on his lotus seat firmly and give his attention to the execution of the penance as he was instructed. So this 9th chapter is in answer to Parikshit's questions, which we discussed in the earlier chapter, 8th chapter. So these are all verses of the 9th chapter spoken by Shukamuni, and it is being explained by Suta Goswami at Naimisharanya. So after Brahma was born, Hiranyagarbha, he tried to find out his source, unable to find out. He finally heard two words, 16 and 21. And when he joined them together, 16th word syllable is ta, 21st syllable is pa. Tapa, he could understand that he has to do tapasya, austerity. For human life, austerity is very, very essential. Yesterday I explained some points: austerity of body, austerity of mind, austerity of speech, and austerity in the mode of goodness, austerity in the mode of passion and ignorance, all that is there. So we have to do according to what the Shastras say. Tapo divyam. And yesterday's verse was saying this tapa is the wealth of the Brahmanas and the renounced order, sannyas. It is the wealth. It is only by tapasya, very important point, that we will understand that we are not this body. As long as we are keeping this body comfortable, fulfilling all demands of this body, we will never understand that we are soul. Tapasya is very essential. That will gradually promote us to understanding who we are, what is our nature. All these details one can realize all this. But without tapasya, it's not possible. And the four pillars of religion, Satya, Saucha, Daya, Tapa, always speak the truth. Satya, Saucha, maintain purity, internal, external. Daya, one should be filled with compassion. And Tapa, austerities. And to protect these four pillars, four regulative principles have been recommended. No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication. No meat eating so that daya pillar is protected. No gambling so that satya is protected. No illicit sex, saucha is protected. And no intoxication so that tapas will be protected. Somebody who is in habit of intoxication, tapasya is impossible for him. So all these principles have to be followed, then one can execute a devotional life. Hare Krishna. Little net problem is there. So these four principles have to be followed, only then one can execute a devotional service properly. Prabhupada gives a very simple example. When somebody is sick, he goes to the doctor. Doctor will write some medicines, prescribe some medicines, and he also gives a diet. If somebody follows the instructions of the doctor properly, take medicine on time and follow the diet, he will definitely become cured very fast. Similarly, Prabhupada says, following four regulative principles and chanting Hare Krishna, very quick advancement will take place. Chanting is the medicine. Prasadam is a diet, Prabhupada says. And these four regulative principles have to be followed. Then chanting becomes very effective. If you don't follow the diet and just take medicine, medicine won't work properly. Follow the diet and take medicine, medicine works very effectively. Similarly, when you follow the regulative principles and then chant the holy names, progress is very good. I'll give you another example. Car is there. 4 wheels are there. Those 4 wheels, you compare it to 4 regulative principles. Now, even if one wheel is not in order, air is less or there is a puncture, movement of that vehicle becomes very difficult. 3 wheels don't work. So all the 4 wheels have to be in order, in good condition. And chanting is like the petrol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Vehicle will move swiftly. So this tapas is very, very essential. In the last verse, yesterday we discussed some points. So today's verse, 7th verse, it is said when Brahma heard that sound, 16 and 21, he tried to find out the speaker. Searching on all sides, this is another sign of persons who are in the mode of passion. Brahma is not in the mode of passion, he is in charge of passion. And in passion, there is a research. Brahma started researching on all sides. But when he was unable to find anyone besides himself, nobody is there except himself, he thought it wise to sit down on his lotus seat firmly and give his attention to the execution of penance as he was instructed. Very important point. More so, this is to follow the instruction is more important than to research who has given this instruction. Just like Bhagavad Gita is there, Bhagavad is there. Who gave this instruction? We'll research that. Where is Krishna? Show me. Better is that, better we follow these instructions than to search the instructor. Prabhupada's instructions are there for us. That is more important than searching for the instructor. Vapuhu and Vani, 2 things. Physically, that is Vapuhu, and instruction is Vani. Of the 2, Vani is more important. Following the instruction. So Brahma tried to search who is the speaker. Then he thought it is no use. Better I follow what is being told to me. Better I do penance. So we'll go through the purport and see what Prabhupada is saying here. To achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma. See, Brahma is one of the Mahajans. First Mahajan, in fact. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manu Prahalada Janako Bhishma Balir Vaya Sakir Vayam. So Prabhupada is making a very clear statement here. To achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma. That verse of the Mahabharata, Tarko apratishta shrutayo vibhinnam nasa vrishivasya matam na bhinnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam mahajanahena gatasapanta Tarko, Pratishtha, logic, argument, debate, all this won't help. Shrutayo Vibhinnam. If you search in the Vedas, one place, another place, another instruction is there. Full confusion again. Nasa Vrishivyasya Matam na Bhinnam. If you go to one Rishi, he will say something, another Rishi will say another something else. Then how do we understand this Dharmasya Tattvam, Nihitam Guhayam, the most confidential thing? How do we understand? There is no other way other than following in the footsteps of these great Mahajans. Dharmasya Tattvam Nihitam Guhayam Mahajanahena Gatasapantha. We have to follow in the footsteps of these Mahajans. And Brahmaji is the first Mahajan mentioned in that verse. To achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma, the first living creature in the beginning of creation. After being initiated by the Supreme Lord to execute tapasya, he was fixed in his determination to do it. And although he could not find anyone besides himself, he could rightly understand that the sound was transmitted by the Lord himself. No human being can do all these things. And there is nobody else when Brahma was born, first born. Then who will instruct? So he could understand that it is the Lord himself who has given this instruction. I should do tapasya. And Mahabharata is saying, one can achieve anything in life. One can achieve anything in life. How? By tapasya. Whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve. You want to become Brahma? All right. Do like that tapas. Anything can be achieved. Mahabharata is saying, by tapas. Of course, nobody can become God. But you can take some positions like this, very, very exalted. Devotees are not interested, but I am just making a point what is mentioned in the Mahabharata. Anything can be achieved by tapas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, Mahabharata is making this point that anything can be achieved by tapas. So, we'll go ahead. Brahma. Hare Krishna. Okay. So, Prabhupada is writing here in the purport, the first verse of the Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, first verse, 1.1.1. There it is clearly mentioned that Brahma was initiated by the Lord. That verse is Janmadesya yatho anvayat itaratas-charteshu abhidneshu swarat tene brahma hridaya adi kavai muyanti yatsurayah tejo vari mritam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo amrusha Dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. This first verse, it is said, Janmadasya, everything has come from the Lord. Same thing, 10.8. Everything emanates from me. Janmadasya yato anvayat itaratasya charteshu abhijñā swarat. Abhijñā swarat means what? The Lord is fully cognizant and is fully independent. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. See, Brahma was born from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So the Lord is independent. He does not require anybody's help to create Brahma. He created, it came from his navel. Fully independent, the Lord is. Abhijñā Swarat. And he instructed Brahma. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. Here Brahma refers to the Lord. Adi Kavaye refers to the firstborn. He instructed him on what is his duty now, immediately, what he has to do. What is the purpose of his being born like this first? He has to create. All this knowledge was given to him. And all the ingredients required for creation was also supplied by the Lord. Everything was done by the Lord. He gave him intelligence, he gave him all the ingredients, everything was done. And then Brahma could further create. So Brahma was initiated by the Lord himself. Further we'll see. The Lord is within every living entity as the super soul. And he initiated Brahma because Brahma was willing to receive the initiation. The Lord can similarly initiate everyone who is inclined to have it. Another very important point, somebody may say, Lord instructed Brahma, what about us? So the Lord is residing in everybody's heart as Paramatma. And if we are willing, He is ready to instruct. Spiritual instructions He will give. If we surrender, then He will give. Actually, Krishna as Paramatma is there in our heart and is known as Chaita Guru. Now, depending on our inclination towards spiritual life, He will guide us to a bona fide spiritual master. And if somebody is not serious about spiritual life, He may guide him to some bogus person. Like in our country, there are so many such bogus gurus. They call themselves Sadguru, this Guru, that Guru, this avatar, that avatar. They go there. They are not authorized, they are not bona fide. Prabhupada gives example like there is an authorized post box, red color, authorized post box. If you put your letter there, it will reach the destination. And if you put it in some other box, dry waste, wet waste, or in somebody's house gate they would have put letter box. Put it there, where it will go? It all go to the garbage. So similarly, these unauthorized persons who are not in the parampara, they are like this unauthorized post box. They are not post box at all, unauthorized. Only in the authorized post box, if you put the letter, it will reach the destination. So bona fide spiritual master coming in the parampara, he can deliver us, not others. So Krishna is there within us as Paramatma. He knows our inclinations perfectly well, and accordingly He will guide us. If you are having seriously want to go back to Godhead, He will send you to bona fide spiritual master. And what you have to go do, what you have to do there. That also Krishna is instructed in the Bhagavad Gita 4.34. Tad viddhi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya upadhyakshante te jnanam jnanina svatattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching spiritual master Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So I quoted the verse and the translation also. Now we have to practically do all this. Who is a bona fide spiritual master? We have to go there, surrender first. Pranipat, then pariprashnena, then always prepare to serve. All these qualifications are of the disciple. And when the spiritual master sees that this person is really serious in making spiritual progress, then upadyakshanti te jnanam jnanina svatattvadarshina. He will give us all instructions required for spiritual advancement. So by the mercy of Chaitanya Guru, Paramatma, we come in touch with a bona fide spiritual master. Now after serving the spiritual master externally, then by his mercy, by the mercy of spiritual master, we will come in touch with Paramatma again. 18.75, this point is cleared. Sanjay is saying this. Vyasa prasada churutavan etad ghuyam aham param yogam yogeshwarat krishnat sakshat katayata swayam. By the mercy of Vyasa prasada. Sanjay's spiritual master is Vyasa. So by his mercy, Vyasa prasada churutavan, I could hear etad ghuyam aham param yogam yogeshwarat Krishna. Yogeshwar Krishna is speaking. Sakshat katayata swayam. And I could hear all that. So he could hear Krishna speaking by the mercy of Vyasa. Vyasa is spiritual master. And in the purport to this verse, Prabhupada is writing there, one can hear from the Lord directly, provided he is in touch with bona fide spiritual master. This is the mystery of the disciplic succession. Bona fide spiritual master, one can hear directly from Krishna. Just like power supply is there in the house. It is coming directly from the powerhouse. But not in that sense. There is a pole near the house. From that pole there is a connection. But it is coming from the powerhouse, electric grid. So similarly, bona fide spiritual master and then power supply will come from the Lord directly. Through the spiritual master, through the pole. We sing every day Guru Ashtaka in the morning Mangalarti, Samsara Dava Nananita Loka, Tranaya Karunya Ghana Ghanatvam. This samsara is like a forest fire. Nobody is safe here. Everybody is miserable. Now there is only way, there has to be torrents of rain. Tranaya karunya ghana ghanatvam. Not small rain, big rain, torrents of rain. Then that forest fire can be extinguished. So the rain comes through the cloud. Cloud is the spiritual master. And where that water has come in the cloud, it has come from the ocean. Ocean is like Krishna. Krishna is the ocean. Spiritual master is like the rain cloud who brings that mercy of the Lord in the form of water, and then that falls down to extinguish the blazing fire of samsara. So Krishna will guide, and then we have to go and serve the spiritual master. He himself did that. He served Sandipana Muni in Krishna Avtara. In the avatar of Lord Rama, he served Vaishishta. As Lord Chaitanya he served Ishwarapuri. Nobody can become spiritual master of the Lord. He is the spiritual master of the whole world. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. So still just to instruct us, he practically does what he is saying. That will have more effect. So the Lord is there in within us. He can also instruct us, provided we are ready, provided we are prepared. What is that preparation now? I told you 4.34, we have to do that first. Surrender to spiritual master, do all those executions, serve him, follow his instructions, chant Hare Krishna, follow whole principles, do devotional service. All this we have to do over a period of time when one is continuously doing this. Tesham satata yuktanam. Satata, continuously engaged in the Lord's service, not for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. No, continuously. Satata yuktanam, bhajatam, priti purvakam, and is rendering service with love. Then Krishna gives dadami buddhi yogam tam enamam upayantiti. He will give further instructions required to go back to Godhead. And in the next verse, 10.11, Teshamevanukam partham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayam atmabhavastu jnanadipena bhasvata. To show special mercy on such devotees, I, dwelling in their heart, destroy ignorance with the torch of lamp of knowledge, jnanadipena bhasvata. All this will take place provided we do all these first verses, what all I mentioned, we execute all this, then we are prepared. Lord is ever ready. Problem is we are not ready. Then He will not. He will not. When we are ready, He is ready, fully prepared. So Prabhupada is writing here. Even one Hare Krishna, once again, back. As already stated, Brahma is the original spiritual master for the universe. And since he was initiated by the Lord himself, the message of Srimad in the chain of disciplic succession, Brahma is the firstborn, Brahma is the first spiritual master, and our parampara is coming from Brahma. Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Sampradaya. Now to where we can go directly to Brahma now? We have to go to the current link. Current link in the parampara. We have to approach there. One should on the level of Brahma to be initiated directly by the Lord from inside. So I told all these points just now. He'll guide us to a bona fide spiritual master. Current link. So 4.34, that has to be executed. Then gradually, stage by stage, I told those verses 10.10, 10. So another 5 minutes we'll try and finish. Lot of net problem is there. So the current link, we have to go and do all these things. The Lord is there within, but He will give us further instructions after this instruction is executed. Then further, then further, then further, then further. And when one fully surrenders, the Lord takes full charge. So one has to become qualified. But one can have the same facility through unalloyed devotees of the Lord, through scriptural instructions as revealed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. That verse also I quoted, 18.75. One can hear directly from the spiritual master provided he is in touch with bona fide spiritual master. So, through the parampara, and this parampara is known as Shrotriyam, Tad Vijnanartham Sa Gurum Evapi Gacchayet Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. If one wants to solve the problems of life, what are the problems of life? Gas problem, water problem, rain problem, this problem. No, these are all not real problem. Real problem is birth, old age, disease, death. If you want to solve this problem, one should approach Sa Guru Mevabi Gachit, mandatory that one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. Then this problem can be solved. Sa Guru Mevabi Gachit. And what one has to do there? I just now told, you have to do 4.34. Then after that, Samit Panihi Shrotriyam. And the bona fide spiritual master is coming in the parampara of Shrotriyam. This is the parampara of Shrotriyam. And there is another parampara, family parampara. Your father, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, your son, grandson, great-grandson, like this. This is known as seminal generation, Amsha parampara. But this parampara is not such parampara. It is known as Shrotriyam, generation by hearing. Krishna instructed Brahma, Brahma instructed Narada, Narada instructed Vyasa, Vyasa instructed Madhvacharya. Then Padmanabh, Narahari, Madhav, Akshobhya, Jayatir, Jnana Sindhu, Dayanidhi, Vidyanidhi, Rajendra, Jai Dharma, Purushottam, Brahmanya Tirth, Vyas Tirth, Lakshmi Pati. Till here all Madhva Parampara only. After that there is Madhavendra Puri, Ishvara Puri, then Advaita, Nityananda, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rup Swarup Sanatana, Raghunath Jiva, Krishna Das, Kaviraj Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baladev Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, then after that Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and then 32nd is Prabhupada, current link. So this way, through the parampara we get perfect. And this parampara is known as Shrotriyam, generation by hearing. All the spiritual masters, they have heard and become spiritual master. Nobody can become spiritual master without hearing. He has to hear. Brahma heard from Krishna, then Brahma spoke to Narada like this. Parampara came down. Only one person is there who does not have to hear from anybody, and that is the Lord Himself. From whom He has to hear. It begins from Him. He is the root. From there everything comes. Nobody has to instruct the Lord. So this way we get perfect knowledge through the parampara. 4.2 Gita. Krishna is saying there, Evam parampara praptam imam rajarashayo viduhu sakalena mahata yogo nashta parantapa. Evam parampara praptam. This knowledge has to be received through the parampara, disciplic succession. What happened? 5,000 years back, Prabhupada is writing the purport. It was detected by the Lord. 5,000 years back, it was detected by the Lord that yogo nashta parantapa. This science appears to be lost. Therefore, he again instructed Arjuna fresh. Directly he spoke to Arjuna, fresh. Once again he spoke to him. And in the purport, Prabhupada is also writing. 5,000 years back it was detected by the Lord, and he instructed Arjuna his science. Yogo, Nashta, Yogo. He spoke the science again. Now Prabhupada is writing, similar situation is there. This science as it is appeared lost. Therefore my attempt is to present Bhagavad Gita as it is. So there were so many editions of Bhagavad Gita. What was the necessity of one more Bhagavad Gita? Prabhupada says there are so many editions, but none of them are as it is. None of them are Devaki Putra Gita. They are all their own Gita. They have put in all their own things. Their name is same, Bhagavad Gita. Verses are all same, 700 verses. But all their understanding, their philosophy, their own concoction, they write all that. And then it loses. Bhagavad Gita accepted as it is fully beneficial. Otherwise, it is simply useless waste of time. Prabhupada is writing this. Simply useless waste of time. What is the use if it is not as it is? It should be as it is. And we should accept it as it is. Just like Arjuna accepted. Sarvam etamritam mani yan mam vadasi keshava nahite bhagavan vyaktim vidur devana danava. He is telling Arjuna is saying, telling Krishna, whatever you have spoken, I accept all this fully. Not that I like this, I will take this. If I don't like this, I will leave this. No. Whatever you have spoken, everything I accept. And on this, Prabhupada quotes that Ardha Kukuti Nyai. Kukuti is a hen which gives egg. So there was one hen which was giving every day golden egg. So this person, greedy person, thought this front portion is eating a lot. Better I cut that. Back portion let it be there because egg is coming from there. So he cut the throat and that hen died. Similarly, if you cut something from the Gita, this I don't like, this I like, then it is finished, gone. You have to accept everything like how Arjuna accepted it. So without a doubt that the desiring person has achieved the grace of the Lord. If a person is posted under the guidance of such a bona fide spiritual master, it may be accepted without any doubt that the desiring person has achieved the grace of the Lord. Now, if we have come under the shelter of bona fide spiritual master, there is no doubt we have all received the grace of the Lord. Therefore, we are in this society, ISKCON, which is coming in the parampara of Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. So we are all very fortunate. Now we have to study all these Prabhupada books carefully and execute devotional service lovingly, all other things step by step. The Lord is ready to give. We should become prepared. Stop here now. Evening today we will have the regular program here at Govardhan, starting at 6, beginning with Tulsi Arati, Sandhya Arati, prayers to Lord Narasimha. Then we will continue the Bhagavad Gita verse. I request all of you to come here. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dhanyavad.